Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to FM21. It's Worst to First. We're on episode number 8. We're into season number 2, and after a very successful first season, we're having a few little struggling points here to start season number 2. We're 5 matches in. We're coming off of 2 straight draws, and we find ourselves sitting in 4th place. Not leading the league this time, so let's see what we can do. Of course, we've let a lot of that happen with the assistant manager in charge of the team, which maybe just makes us not quite as good. So let's see what happens with us at the helm, because we won the opener pretty comfortably. How do we do today? Well, Wolverine gets a nice early chance on that one. We're past the 10-minute mark, but it's been all us so far. Already 4 shot attempts and 63% possession, even though we're on the road at Molesley here, who is 6th in the league. They're only a couple spots below us. Wolverine, oh, Nebula, there's that through ball to Gray that I was expecting earlier. Groot gets a chance, but bangs it off the defender. Shot attempts now 5-1. We've added 10 more minutes. Both teams seem to be settling down a little bit. Black Panther looking for the dangerous pass, and it creates a counterattack the other way, and a chance at a goal. Sumi and Dennis with their first of the season, all because Black Panther made a dangerous pass attempt under pressure, and then the defense all caught out, and then speed really catching us out. We're starting to hit the 8s and 9s in that, and we are improving more rapidly. I think once we get up to about an 11, 12-ish, we should be able to counteract most of the speed we're going to see in these lower divisions. But we're still about maybe a season away from being able to claw up that high, maybe 2. So speed can definitely continue to be an issue for the next season or so. And after dominating early, we're approaching halftime, and that's our first shot attempt in half an hour. We go into halftime after dominating that early play. You could see XG wise how high we were in just a matter of 15 minutes, and then they got the goal, and we went pretty quiet. We went pretty quiet after that. So, yikes. We need to have a little bit of a harsh talking here at halftime. No, I am not happy with your performance so far. You know, as well as I did the first half, wasn't good enough. Show them. Yeah, there you go. But we need a gesture. Which one? Can we do pump fists with that? We can. Sweet. Only a handful are motivated, though. Unfortunate. Alright, second half underway, and we recover the ball very quickly, and here we go. Gamora, end of highlight. Oh, come on, let's pull something together, folks. Groot 6.3 might be getting subbed out soon. Oh, Wolverine. Get on that ball. Had a real shot there to pounce on that one and get the chance. We clear, but send it right back. What a slide tackle from Captain America. Dangerous, but effective. Whew. 54 minutes in. Ooh, missed turnover. Creates a chance. Storm makes a very nice diving save to her left to palm that one away and send it out for the corner kick. 7-5 on the shot attempts. Now, oh, there we go. Finally, 2 shots back to back. Possession dropped. It's below 50% here. We are really struggling. We need a shout, and we need demand. Okay, a little bit of a positive reaction there. That was good, but we are running out of time, and we need to go attacking. Come on now, folks. Here's Groot. There's a real... Oh, come on. Nobody's moving to the ball the way we are used to seeing with this team. Another chance. Goes begging. Cleared. Off to the races on the counter. We only got one guy. Can we get this ball back? Doctor Strange does, but clears it out of bounds. And the highlight again. Running out of time. Okay, what can we do? Well, Groot is improving, playing better. Jean Grey is very tired. Let's go ahead and bring in Ant-Man. Everybody else has some energy. Gamora. Let's bring in Iron Man. She's down on herself and not having much of a good day. Bringing those fresh legs. Very attacking. Time's up. No highlights. None. Just the final whistle. Thor clears it out. Here's Groot. We get a chance. One last chance. There's Wolverine. Lays it off for Iron Man. Iron Man. Oh, come on. Goes backwards with the ball and then kicks it away. Iron Man. Ooh, we give you a chance and you absolutely blew it there. 12-7 on shots, but we lose 1-0. We could not grab a goal in that game. Boy, that first 15 minutes looked like we were going to cruise. And then the exact opposite ended up happening. And we take the loss. Okay, this is starting to look more like what was expected last season. And I think we are going to have to grow and develop a little bit before we're actually going to win this league. I think we will be upper half. I don't think we're going to compete for the win in the league, at least not in the current state. If they develop rapidly, maybe. At least get the pat on the back. They're model citizens. They're not going to respond well to criticism. They're going to look better to, positive reinforcement. Dangerous stretch for us. Mostly moves ahead in the standings. We drop 1 place to 5th. We've got our work cut out for us. We absolutely do. I'm not going to be able to skip a lot of this season. It's going to be a tough one. 3 weeks later, 2 matches later, on the road again. 10th place. We did get a win in that... Ooh. Oh, okay. They pushed us. We did get a win in that last match, but it was one of those questionable ones. We were against one of the teams fighting the drop, and we were at home, and we barely pulled off a 2-1 victory. So, very, very iffy performance. So we're still really struggling as Jean Grey gets on to the end of that one. Gets a leg to it before it goes out, but can't get it turned around enough, and it goes off the side net. That was the first shot of the game. We are doing well so far here in the first 15 minutes, but that seems to be our strong time, is the beginning of the game, the beginning of a half. Other teams are supposed to be better than we are, but we cannot surprise them with our strong mental attributes. But then if we drop our morale, where's our advantage? Right? We're not going to have that advantage quite as much. You can see just how slow Captain America is to get back to that ball. It's a little worrying over some long-term trends. Jean Grey's got some overlap, but instead of using it, she keeps the ball. She does get a cross in, but we head it out of bounds. 4 shot attempts. Gamora, free kick. Wolverine. Was it though? No. No. Nicholas put him on. Oh. That looked onside. That looked onside. Gotta be kidding me. Okay, well, 0-0. We'll play on. Gamora, another cross. Can't win that one. Nebula, long range. Goes wide. Thor, Jean Grey. Long ball across to Groot. Groot turns, cuts back in, finds Gamora, who finds Wolverine through ball. Not much of an angle from there. Difficult one. Keeper played it well. Out for the corner. We get the double touch. Wait, why offside? That's not offside. There's a guy on the line. No, there's not. No, there's not. I saw the guy behind him. The guy was chasing me. That was offside. And that should be 2-0, but that was offside, at least properly called this time. And we hit halftime. Still 0-0. Completely dominating them. We're approaching a 1 on the XG, but 2 disallowed goals, and it remains goalless at the half. Let's go ahead and do the pump fist and... No? Outstretch? Please? Yeah, okay. There you go. Come on. You got this. You got this. Look, that. Everybody's happy now. Everybody's happy. Here we go. Happy folks. Storm, all in gray. It's a good combination. 7-0 on the shots. Come on. 51. Here's Wolverine. Outruns the opponent. Gets the ball to Jean Grey. She heads it over. Can't get it on target. It's like trying to Do a cross to Anthony Martial. It's like, oh, you know he's going to miss this one. But that guy is just terrible on target. That was offside. Well offside. At least I think it was well offside, was it? Oh yeah, well offside. A nice volley though. Coming from behind like that, side-footed volley. Whew. What happened to their happiness? Their happiness is gone. Come on, let's praise. Praise? Yeah? Ooh, it's scaring me. All of a sudden, we're starting to lose control of this match. Dr. Strange on a yellow, nobody else. We're good there. Groot is struggling quite a bit today. Maybe that's our move. Let's get Groot out of there and go with Ant-Man. Okay, here we go. I got a birthday down in the daycare. I gotta get down there in just a second. Okay, here we go. Oh, long ball ahead. Apparently onside. No flag raised, but it goes out for the goal kick. So he tried to recover that ball for a second chance and ended up carrying it out of bounds. That one straight to the defense, but we get it back. Jean Grey ping pongs off, and we pump it into, well, the defense again. Something we've done a lot of. At least we're not losing here, but another dominating performance without a result. I don't want to go to attacking here and risk losing the point. We need to not lose. That's a good start. Ooh. But that was close there for a moment, but that ball had way too much vigor. Ball ahead, Star-Lord. Ant-Man tracks it down. Nice play. Ooh, dangerous tackle. It looked like they got a lot of man and not much ball there, but no call. Long ball ahead, chance. Well over the bar. And full time, that's it. Goalless draw. Boy. The hard times continue. We're there, I mean 12 shots, but we could only get 4 on target. And XG was certainly there. 9 corners, they had none, and that's been a weak area for us. 14 fouls to 24. 80% pass completion, 57% possession, 2 disallowed goals. One of them that certainly looked good. But again, we got to go with praise for a group like this. That should help with the morale coming off a loss. But 3 draws, a loss, and just 1 win in our last 5. We're lucky to still be in 4th place. A lot of teams breathing down our neck, though. I'm going to go ahead and push forward a few more weeks. We are coming up on that end of October where we're going to see some changes, and I'm really excited to see what we get from that. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and see what 3 weeks will do for this team. 3rd match highlight in a row, but it's that kind of season, or at least that kind of point in this season. Middle of October now. A few game weeks have gone by, but we've only played 2 matches. We won both of those, and then in that 3rd one, we had a bye. There's an odd number of teams in the league, so that does happen. As Groot gets a real chance there, does not do well on the left foot, kind of bends it straight into the keeper's chest. I think keeper barely moved one cleat, the other one stayed put. This one, this is against the league leaders. Gorleston. We're 4 points behind, so with a win, we could close them within 1. We would also still have that advantage of 1 game in hand. So that would be a pretty strong position. We're up 4-0 on the shots. We are at home for this one. We're getting a slight edge in the possession battle. And there's a real chance, and Jean Grey gets it. What offside? Whoa, where is there offside? No way is this offside. She is onside by a mile. She's onside by a mile, and she was the only one playing the ball. Wolverine didn't play the ball. Wow. Wow, we are getting the short end of the stick on calls last couple matches that we've participated in, aren't we? And Wolverine blasts that one high, even though he's only feet away. Oh my goodness, it's halftime, and that is almost as bad as the Aston Villa debacle with Man City, where 10 yards offside, and the ball is clearly played to him, but comes up the 10 yards short. And then he travels the 10 yards, the defender chests the ball and then goes to clear it out, and he, who was 10 yards offside, steals it off his boot, off that bounce, off that chested ball. He can't play that ball. That's offside by 10 yards. And then they get the goal. Now, Aston Villa was down 1-0 at the time, so there's a decent chance that they weren't going to win that game. But that took a definite chance to at least get a point and absolutely screwed them over. I don't know how it is that Manchester City always gets those effing calls. Always. I know that in Italy they had back-to-back-to-back scandals over like a 6-year period with match fixing and referees that were legitimately being paid off. And we have seen instances in American sports where that has happened as well. I've wondered about Chelsea and Man City. I know for years people whined about Manchester United and how late in a match they would get calls. I don't think that ever had to do with money. I think that had to do with play style, that had to do with Sir Alex Ferguson and just being a tough guy who played mind games really well. And he played mind games effectively that included against the refs and not just the other teams and the other managers and his own players. He just got into people's heads. Now, in the NBA, in the US, now a Brooklyn net. And here's a real chance there's Groot, and this one's going to count. Screw you, AR, for your call earlier, but it was at the other end anyway. It was the other AR, not this one. Anyway, I can't stand the guy and the play style and how he gets away with it. Because 10 years ago, he'd have 30 technicals in a season today, but it's a different day, and they let him berate the refs like crazy. But James Harden is a skilled and talented player, and that had hints of offside, but it was definitely well timed. He might have been on. He might have been on here. It's close. Oh yeah, no, he's on. He is on. Ooh, no, I don't think he was on. I thought he was still on, but then that kick was very delayed. I think he was offside by a good half step or more. Anyway, here's Wolverine. There's Groot. Oh, Groot got it in. We had a wide open Jean Grey with a flash across the box in perfect range out front. Here, oh, it's not Jean Grey. It is, let's see, who's our number 7? Is that Gamora? It's either Gamora or Nebula, I think, in there. It's Nebula. Nebula was there, wide open, in a very strong position for a good chance. Ooh, terrible defending there. Missed that header completely. Anyway, James Harden berates the refs and the Houston Rockets up until the bubble last season, where suddenly crowds weren't involved in part of it. Wolverine, here's a chance, and there's 3. Getting the job done, especially with me distracted with a story. Harden and the Houston Rockets as a whole would just constantly berate refs from before the tip-off, from first whistle to the last whistle, and in the media as well. And then the Houston crowd would do the same thing, and they just berate the refs constantly. And James Harden commits 30 fouls a game. Commits 30 fouls a game. But never gets called for them. Maybe once or twice a game. And on those occasions, oh my goodness, are they in the refs' ears. Now, a guy like Rasheed Wallace, I think might hold the record for the most technical fouls of any player in the history of the game. Rasheed Wallace did nothing compared to how James Harden is now. He is so aggressive on the ball, off the ball, verbally, in every way, shape, or form, to get himself to the free throw line more frequently than he deserves. And where he commits fouls, others get the call, and suddenly we're in a little danger here. Let me actually do something about this before it's too late. Let's get Nebula, who is tired, out of there. Get in. Somebody's Iron Man. Oh gosh, Iron Man. Really? Maybe Jean Grey for the other one. Let's go ahead and sub out Jean Grey. We've got Winger Ant-Man. Come on, let's see this thing out. It's 3-2. Whoa, gosh, I thought that was in. Oh man, that should do it. That should do it. Come on, 3 points, 3 points. Big 3 points. That was offside. That was offside. That was offside. Okay, it's offside. Dang. Offside's offside. And we definitely incorrectly. It's 95th minute. Come on, ref. Come on, ref. Let's hear that whistle. Let's hear that whistle. Here's my berating of the ref. Come on. Come on. Come on. See, I'm not harsh enough on him. I should be screaming. I should be doing a little pep. Little Pep Guardiola. Yeah, that was well offside. Nice timing on the replay. Waiting until the ball goes out for the free kick. On the following play. There's Groot. Groot. Oh. Really seals it, but that's game over. Well past the time. Anyway, battle 11-10 on the shots, 56% possession. We do just enough. They beat us on the XG there at the end. They took total control of that game in the final moments. They had a really good second half after we got those goals going. Back to my point, I have no idea with any kind of certainty whether Manchester City or Chelsea buy off refs. I know that it's happened in the past, and I know that they have done very dirty things. They absolutely have not gone by financial fair play regulations, and then they just use lawyers to get out of the trouble that comes with that. So they do dirty tricks. They do not play by the book in any way, shape, or form. So it wouldn't surprise me if they do pay off refs. That doesn't mean that they are doing it. But what we've seen is a major change in the sport, both good and bad. Before the Premier League, players worked so hard in a very violent sport, in a very dangerous sport, with very little help from the referees to regulate and limit the type of violence we'd see on the pitch. And England was the most violent league you really had out there. So the birth of the Premier League is a wonderful thing in that the marketing revenue, particularly that Manchester United started to bring in, the money that the TV revenue started to bring in, that money did trickle down to the players and their salaries went up. And they absolutely deserved that. Because before Hillsborough, the standing room only stadiums, the capacities were so much larger than they are these days. And a lot of people came to watch them play. So those players absolutely deserve that. But now it's gone to the other end of the spectrum. It's gone from they were definitely not making the money they deserve to now they're making way more. And more importantly, in my opinion, the agents and the other secondhand participants are making way more money than any of them deserve. And most of that has gotten out of hand because of a Manchester City and a Chelsea ignoring financial fair play regulations and paying just absurd transfer fees and absurd wages just to have the best at any time. And constantly having that changeover, in personnel just to stay ahead of the curve. That drives me nuts because they forced other teams into doing similar things. Manchester United was never a small club. It's always been a big club. And I loved their method, their style of getting young talent, bringing it in, and training it in-house. They might not have all started in their own youth division, but they came out of their youth program at some point or another. All their greats did. Rooney was very young when they brought him over. Ronaldo was 17 when they brought him over. So they started young and they developed talent themselves. And they had a knack for it. They had the best youth facilities around and they developed the best talent. And that's how they made winners in-house. And that's how I like to play this game. So go figure, there's a connection as I grew up a United fan. But to buy everybody in their prime for absurd fees and just insert them all in, pick and choose from insane squad depth, the kind of money in that, it's breaking the game. It's breaking all sports, really, because other sports, they all mimic each other. The Premier League was mimicking the NFL, who did it first. But now it's the Premier League who does it best. And it's really those two. And now they're trying to do this Super League and break off because they don't want to deal with the Aston Villas and the Crystal Palaces, the Fulhams that are at the bottom of the table and not bringing in the kind of revenue TV-wise that they are. They want to compete with the PSGs. They don't necessarily care if they're winning or not because, well, they can just keep throwing money at it to make sure that they win. So they want to compete with the type of audience that a PSG or a Bayern Munich or Barcelona attract. I get why they want to do that, but I also hate why they want to do that and everything they represent. So, yeah, I don't appreciate the New York Yankees, New England Patriots, or all those teams that are just absolutely made of money in the world of sports. And then here we are, one of those teams with that sugar daddy, and we can see just how much it's benefiting us. But anyway, 4th place, still, we've got that game in hand, but so do Eli, who have moved to the top of the league after us picking up that win. We're just 1 point shy of second, so we're in a good place. Plus 13 goal differential, not great, but we're doing well. We're doing well. It's a good season so far. It's tight. It's very much a battle. It's far from over. There's a lot of games left to play, and the good thing for us is we continue to grow and develop. We're getting better and better as a team all the time, and we're now just a couple weeks away from those facilities, that upgrade being done. And I'm hoping we're going to see a good change in that. But you can see the progress the players are making just from the chart here. They're growing pretty rapidly right now. They're growing pretty rapidly. Let's take a look at Thor, just get a sense. Thor still had quite a few 6s. It's almost entirely gone. Even the leadership has pushed to 5 now from the 3 it was originally at. Crossing, finishing, still at 6. Long shots, still at 6. Tackling, surprising that that's still at 6. He's playing a center back for us, but the marking's coming up, the heading's coming up. And I've focused quite a bit on the physical attributes. Of course, our best coach right now is there in the physical attribute category, fitness coach. We're picking up some stronger mental attributes. 10 in anticipation. 10. So we picked up 4 full points. Now, last season, remember, pretty much across the board, most anybody had was 7s. We had a couple of 8s, maybe a handful across the whole team. We still had quite a few 6s, and then we had those 7s. So the full-time thing, really, really working out for us right now. Hopefully the training facilities will add to that, and we will pick up this pace. And if we can, we can get back to a point where we cruise through these lower divisions. Right now, even just the 9th tier, bit of a struggle. But I like it. So far, this experiment is working really, really well in my opinion. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to pick up right at the end of October for the next episode and see what happens with the facility upgrades that are finished. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.